him breaking or he runs a back shoulder fade. You let him run a slant and you let him go 60 yards. I don't get it. Now, Skip is about to tell you guys how good the Cowboys, and they're going to be a dangerous team if they make the playoffs. All that is futile because he and I both know they will not be going to the playoffs.
Joy, have I spoken yet?
No, I'm talking to Joy. I hadn't talked to Joy all week. Joy was gone. I've been talking. I hadn't talked to Joy in a while. Joy, it's futile. So guess what? Guess what?
My turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I have been telling you very consistently all year long that the Dallas Cowboys go as Sean Lee goes, and you have ridiculed that time and time again. You've tried to make lame jokes about it and other topics, and right before your very eyes, it happened again yesterday. Sean Lee came back, and what happened? They won again. So, wow, I'll just throw the records out here. You said it was all about Zeke. No Zeke, no chance, right? And I kept saying, wait a minute, Zeke played against the Rams. Zeke played against the Packers. Both of those games were at Jerry World. And what happened, Mr. Sharp? They lost because they did not have Sean Lee in the second half. So let's see. Last year they were 13-3 with Sean Lee. This year they're 6-1 with Sean Lee. But they're 1-5 without Sean Lee.
Explain that 30 points.
I think it just screams at you that they go as Sean Lee goes because, as Rob Ryan told you sitting right here, he is a freak. He is the most valuable player to any defense in the National Football League is Sean Lee. This team goes as he goes, and when he's out, they're gone.
Oh, the phone rang busy.
Gone.
I was trying to call Bobby Wagner and Luke Kuechly, but the phone was busy. But go ahead. I'll let Sean Lee have that title.
You should, because this guy, all he had yesterday was 18 tackles and an interception. That is mind-blowing
to me. Tell me about the offense. Tell me about
I'm going to tell you about the defense, because going into the Redskins game, going back 10 days ago, Thursday night, they had given up in the second half without Sean Lee 114 points to scoring 22. They had lost second halves 114-22. So he comes back yesterday, and what did they do in the second half? They won 20-0 because they had Sean Lee, and the Giants don't have Sean Lee. And whoever they play, as long as Sean Lee is healthy, and I don't know how long it's going to hold, because when you got a hamstring and he missed the first series of the second half, and I was like, oh my God, this is it. He's pulled it again. They said he was jogging on the sideline, but they had just built in some early rest, and I don't get it. I don't know why you would rest somebody for the first series of a second half after you just got your, how long is halftime? 15 minutes. So if you can explain that to me, but it was horrifying to me, because offensively they are challenged because not one of the receivers can separate, starting with Des Bryant. And I didn't throw up the X, I nearly just threw up early in the game because he dropped the first ball thrown to him, and then the second one is right up the rail and hits him right in the face mask, and it could have made it a 10-0 game at that point, and it went right through, throwing up the X hands, and hits him right in the face mask and bounces off. That's how his confidence has been shattered. And that game turned on one play late in the first half with a minute and a half left, in which the Giants, because they have so little respect for Des Bryant, left somebody named Brandon Dixon, a cornerback, who is now on his 7th team in 3 years, who spent the whole year on the Giants practice squad, who just got activated in late November. They left him in single coverage on 88, on Des Bryant, who makes $9 billion or whatever it is. You know, like he is the most overpaid wide receiver in football. And what happens? Brandon Dixon gambles, and he loses. And all of a sudden I look up and there's nobody home. And Des Bryant is off to the races, and I wasn't even sure he was going to be able to run this one in. But he did. And that made it 10-all, and it hung at 10-all all the way into the fourth quarter. And Eli's got the ball back, and it's still 10-10, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, here they go again. And just it was set up for Eli to have a big coming home party. And guess what? They try and end around to a guy who shares a name with your older brother named Sterling Shepard. And guess who blew it up? This is the play of the game, if we could see this. End around, guess who? Guess who beat the blocker and throws down? Sterling Shepard. This is the play, the turning point of the game. Sean Lee, number 50. He was, everywhere I looked up, 50's in the middle of it. Pass plays, run plays, reverses, he's in the middle of it. He changed the game. They were forced to punt, and then the sky fell. Then the avalanche occurred.
Skip, if you don't mind, when we saw this run back and forth, Dez Bryant, in breaking route slant.
That's all he's got.
What do I tell the DBs? If you open the door, flies come in your house. Yeah. What do? If you go, either you press him when you're up in that situation, or you just play off. You can't be in between, Skip. He's up in a press position. He bails. Now Dez beats him to the point. He's already in an unattainable situation because now he's got to gamble. He knows, Skip, he has nobody. He's got to get him down. He goes for around the waist. Dez shrugs him off, and it's off to the races. And as you mentioned, when they were in conventional sets, when they play in base defense, they had help over the top. The Cowboys had trouble moving the ball. It was when they gambled, tried to get home and leave them one-on-one. But Skip, Dez got 2 routes. He's in or his back shoulder. Think about what they threw to him at the rail he dropped. Fade route, that's what he got.
That's all he's got. I agree. That's all I've got.
We watch him again.
So I've been campaigning for Bryce Butler, and then he shows up inactive yesterday because he's got some foot that's been plaguing him for the last month. So that's another blow for this team. But all it has to do now is go up to Oakland next Sunday night. Oakland didn't look all that good at Kansas City.
I told you.
Yeah.
What you mean all that good? Oakland's done.
Okay, good. Well, I hope they're done next Sunday night, because if my Cowboys manage to go up there and figure out how to win that game, because Dak Prescott's back playing at a very high level. By the way, he had an 87 QBR yesterday, which tied Phillip Rivers for the best among starters in the whole league this past week. So I'll take that. But if they go up there and beat Oakland, guess who's coming back? 21's coming back. So here we go. Is it a long shot? Yeah, it is.
Where you going? You going home.
This would be the most dangerous NFC team in the playoffs.
I told Derek, who's security guard, he's going on an extended vacation. I told him if he waits just 2 weeks, the Cowboys can join him. Because it's over for them. They own the tiebreakers over no one. Over no one.
So I look at what's left in the NFC, and obviously we just talked about, I give you this. Nick Foles is still going to be, he's going to be formidable with that team, because it's a really good football team. But I look at the Vikings and the Rams and the Saints and Carolina and the Falcons and the Seahawks. I don't love any of them. I can't make a strong case for any of them. But if Dallas manages to creep in the back door and get that last spot,
Skip,
you better look out.
All the teams you named, they have the tiebreakers over them, and you only play one of them, and that's Seattle. But even if you beat Seattle, Carolina, New Orleans, Falcons still have the advantage over you.
Stranger things have happened.
Oh, you
every year we say that.
You know what?
Oh, it's impossible.
I love Sean Lee. Can you tell me the impact Sean Lee had on the offense that had 454 total yards and was 50% on third down, 7 of 14? Can you tell me the impact that Sean Lee had on the offense?
Yeah, he lifts everybody, because you see he's there. 50's there. He's the leader of the whole football team. He is.
Damn, is Sean Lee a middle linebacker or is he God?
He's their God.
Stop it.
He is.
You
heard it.
I heard nothing.
Keep making jokes.
All I know is
the numbers scream, Sean Lee, great. No, Sean Lee, not so much.
I mean, when you throw 20 of 30 and you throw for 300
I think God.
yeah, okay, keep on talking. That's blasphemous.
Yeah.
You talk, he's God. Okay, keep on.
No,
I ain't said no more.
That was a signal to you.
I ain't said no more. But Skip, Dak Prescott was 20 of 30, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns,
no big deal.
I saw Carson Wentz go on the road. Carson Wentz beat the team that beat the brakes off you in your building. You remember that?
Did Dak win at New York last year? No, but he won this year. But guess what the game breaker was to that guy who can't run, that Jason Witten guy? Did you see that throw to Jason Witten? Was that not a sweet route?
The Giants are doing so well, they fired their head coach and general manager with a month left in the season.
That's when a team is most dangerous.
And I saw the Rams go to Dallas with Zeke and with Dak and beat the brakes off him. And I saw my guy.
There was no Sean Lee.
Walk it to him.
Yeah.
Walk it to him.
What was the score at halftime of the Dallas and Rams game at Jerry World? What was the score? 24-16. So my team put up 24 just as Walk It To Him put up 24
No.
in the first half.
No. Hold up. Hold up. You see, we're walking to it. My team ended up with 43 and a win. Your team ended up with 30 and an L.
Yeah, my team didn't have a
Sean Lee
defense, so.
Don't do that. Yeah. Don't do that, Joy.
Well,
your team will look like the Giants did yesterday tonight.
I don't know. We'll see about that.
You do know.
We'll see about that. It was an ugly end to the Seahawks-Jags game yesterday. We'll discuss that next.